All right, thanks so much, Elizabeth. Hey, unless you're living under a rock, a really dry rock, then you know that New Mexico is in a drought. This is the worst in decades. And next Thursday, you're going to have a chance to learn more about what started it and what can end it. And with a free discussion at KEMO called Water Crisis in the West, Thinking Like a Watershed. And one of the guests there will be author and producer Jack Leffler, who's with us now. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me on your show.
I'm so glad to have you on. This is such an important topic, and I mean, we're seeing the reaction from this drought. I mean, with the wildlife, water bills, I mean, you name it. It's really a crisis here in New Mexico. And you're going to be talking more about it and talking about what we can all do to help preserve our water resources. So tell us.
Well, basically, thanks to the KEMO Theater and thanks to the New Mexico Humanities Council and other funders, we're putting together a series of 5 panels to occur on Thursdays.
Okay.
From February through June. And each of these panels will address one aspect of this major issue concerning water, and not just New Mexico, but the entire Southwest and maybe the whole West. So
yeah,
that's something
really
we really have to concentrate on.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a look at the information there on the screen, and we'll have that popped up for you one more time towards the end of the segment, and we'll have it on our website as well. So it's a free event. What can people expect to get out of it? What are people going to learn from this?
Well, basically what I'm hoping is that people can actually see that we have to have a whole shift in cultural attitude in order to align ourselves more clearly with our habitat right here in New Mexico.
What would you say is the biggest adversity that we face in regards to this drought situation?
Well, basically the whole thing is happens as a result of global warming and climate instability. And that is produced by many things, including CO2 in the atmosphere, which is produced by coal-fired power plants. But basically, is a whole cluster of situations that we have to address. And so that's why we're going to have 5 panels and not just one.
Okay.
And
so
part
can
of
you
it
touch on what those panels will be?
Yes, the first panel is going to be an historic overview. It's going to feature 3 really great folks. William Dubuis, author of A Great Aridness, which focuses on the Southwest. Patty Limerick, who's an historian from the University of Colorado. And John Nichols, author of many books, including the Milagro Beanfield War, which focuses on water in northern New Mexico. And so that'll give a bigger idea as to what we're talking about over there and what will follow in the weeks to come. But indeed, again, it's 7 p.m. on Thursday, February 13th. It's free to the public. And I'm just hoping as many people can get there as possible so that we can all get together about figuring out solutions.
Yes, that's exactly what we need to do. Do you have any solutions, quick solutions maybe, that just a simple thing that any of us can do to help?
Consciousness.
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 Being aware.
Very aware. For example, we're down to 30% of the Rio Grande right now, and that's so really grim. And even though our population in New Mexico has declined ever so slightly over the last 2 years, which is interesting, we still have 2 million of us, plus all of the wildlife, plus the habitat itself. So we have to see the bigger picture and not just, in other words, taking a 1-minute shower is not going to quite cut it.
Right. So there's a little bit more that we need to be doing. I mean, obviously, you can see the changes here. Ski resorts are struggling more. The bears are coming down more to get more water, to get more food. I mean, there's a lot happening with this. And again, Thursday, free. You can learn more about it. And like Jack said, consciousness is the very first step. So we'll have all that info for you on our website, KASA.com. Thank you so much, Jack, for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Talking to us about this. All right.